Georgia's defense is fixed, right?
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team each and every day, the #1 sports podcast network in the world. Today's episode brought to you by FanDuel, FanDuel.com. More on them in a moment. Make every game more. Get into FanDuel. Daniel and I love them. You should love them as well. Hey, welcome in. By the way, if you haven't been told already, head on over to lockedonbulldogs.supercast.com. Sign up for every day or you get more access to Daniel and I. Ad-free, no interruption podcast. Other than that, if you're here with us, it's always free to be here. Glad to have you here. We're talking about three things today, and we're talking about this Georgia team as we look towards the playoffs, the first of the year. We're not playing in 2025 no more, Paul. We're looking at 2026.
She
Still
gone.
playing. Come on.
She gone.
It's been memorable. It's been exciting. It's been up or down. And Daniel,
listen, I
just
survived it, which that's shocking.
If you were to tell me, this is the first question we have. We're going to pose questions to Daniel and myself. Are they real? Are they fake? He poses a question first. I pose a question second. We go on. It's a pretty simple game. And the question before us now is the defensive deficiencies of Georgia fixed? Now, we have to first start by talking about, it may seem commonplace. It may seem pretty easy or natural or self-explanatory to say this defense was putrid.
Cheeks,
disgusting,
as the kids would say. Just absolute
horrible to begin the season. Okay.
Nauseating. Yeah.
That is not the case anymore. We are not that way any longer. But Daniel, I think it's important to talk about just how far we're coming. The question is posed to us.
Yeah.
Is the defense fixed? And so how this game goes is you make a position on that.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. And you tell me if this is real or if this is fake, and then I'll tell you how I feel about it. The storyline is if Georgia scores 21 points,
here we go,
in every game, they win the national championship. That's the storyline. If Georgia can score 21 points in each of the 3 games that they will play in the college football playoff, hopefully, if they score 21 points in each of those games, then Georgia will go on to win the national championship. And now you tell me, Clint, is it real or is it fake? How much exactly are you ready to hitch your wagon to this new look Georgia reformed defense?
It's rather interesting to me. Two sides of this question. Question one, or side one, just how bad was the defense before, and can it go? Okay, right? Well, to look about how bad it is, it's actually wild to me. I'm going to list for you the first 6 games of the season.
Yeah.
The point total that Georgia's defense gave up. Marshall 7, Austin Peay 6, Tennessee 41, Alabama 24, Kentucky 15, Auburn 10, averaging 17 points per game. So even in the first half of the season that they were bad, like real bad.
Yeah.
17 points gets us the dub on an average game with 21 points. Daniel?
Yep.
It seems pretty simple to me because it's markedly improved. Now, some of those first beginning of the season games, again, Georgia fans, we're trying to give you context and trying to encourage you with something. So listen, when you're averaging giving up 17 points per game, some of that is because the offense did such a great job of draining the clock, keeping ball control, running screens, an extended run game, and explosive plays balanced enough to keep the other team having to do a few things. Like just by and large, the defense was aided, not just carried by the team as a whole, but aided in that point total going down. It's not just a vacuum where we'll stop the offense. Well, the offense has to call plays that you're going up against because of how you're pressuring them, not only on defense, but with the game plan as a whole. So 17 points per game, that seems like we should be able to win with 21. But not only that, this defense Here's a little stat for you. The first time we faced Alabama to last week when we faced Alabama, we doubled our pressure rate from game 1 to game 2, in which Ty Simpson is sliding for his life, not running for his life, not throwing it away, sliding for his life. That's markedly improved against what I've been told is Proctor and the best offensive line in the SEC, certainly with him. He's been called the best offensive lineman by many. So there's that. But then you also have to go into who we play. So not only are we markedly improved, first half of the season we were bad. We were still only giving up 17. So much better, doubly better. Then you look at likely Ole Miss, likely Ohio State.
Yeah.
And possibly you're calling, I think, in that side of the bracket for Oregon to come out of that side of the top bracket.
Well, Oregon or Indiana. I like Oregon or Indiana. Those are the two best teams in that side of the bracket, I think.
If I'm looking at Ole Miss, now, Georgia fans, don't hate me for this. They scored more than 21 last time we played them, okay? At home.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me dig into the memory banks there.
Sure.
Yes, they did. No, you're right. They did.
Vividly, to the point where, again,
also, man with the white hat, reach out to us. We would like to reach out. We'd like to buy you a beverage of some kind.
I need to buy you a beverage or give you a gift or welcome you to another game in which you and I could stare at each other while Georgia does work on the field.
Yeah.
Ole Miss already scored over 21. They're the same team. They've lost Lane Kiffin, but I actually think they might have some juice going. Ohio State, as well as Oregon or Indiana, I think scoring 21. The first game, Daniel, is actually the scariest game for me. And that's not me trying to troll anybody. That's me saying Ole Miss may be able to score 21 or more on us. And that's with a markedly improved defense. With who they lost, I get it. They're still a talented team. They have Charlie Weiss Jr. coming back. They're going to have some juice coming off the first round. I'm just here to tell you, we might have to score more than 21. I'm going to go with, I agree with you, but I'm nervous.
Let me say this. I think I disagree with this take. And I think I preface this in segment 1 to caution Georgia fans. Do not shift your mindset entirely to now the Georgia defense is quote unquote fixed. And so now the Georgia defense is simply not going to allow anything in the college football playoff. Now, the defense can still win us games in the playoff. Sure. The defense can still carry the day in the playoff. But can I tell you who the top 3 scoring defenses in America were last season, Clint?
Go ahead.
They were in order: number 1, Ohio State; number 2, Texas; number 3, Notre Dame. In the college football playoff, Clint.
How'd they fare?
Texas gave up 24 points to Clemson in round 1. That's over 21. Notre Dame gave up 24 points to Penn State in the semifinals. That's over 21. And Ohio State gave up 23 points to Notre Dame in the national championship game. Each of those 3 teams who were consistently great defenses last season, each of those teams had a game where the defense allowed more than 21 points. Now, you're not getting a 40 burger hung on you and winning a college football playoff game. I'll tell you that. You're not going to see, I'd be shocked if you saw in the college football playoff a bona fide shootout, right? Like a 38-41 type deal.
That'd be weird.
I don't think you're going to see that. But there are going to be games where the offense is going to have to come out and score 30 plus for you to win. We saw it last year with each of those 3 teams, each of whom won 1 or more games in the college football playoff. Actually, all 3 teams won more than 1 game in the college football playoff: Texas, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. And yet each of them had games where they gave up, Texas gives up 31 to Arizona State in a win. They gave 28 to Ohio State in a loss, fewer points than they gave up the round before. I don't think it's true that Georgia's going to go 21 and under in the college football playoff. But I do think that this defense is markedly improved and is going to be a major reason that Georgia advances if Georgia advances in this playoff. Clint's got some questions for me. We're going to talk about some additional storylines and other points of interest. But first, these.
These are, in fact, FanDuel. NFL Sundays, as well as college football, moves fast. One play, suddenly everything is different. You're not just watching the game, you're reacting to it with real-time. FanDuel, don't just place bets. Every drive, every moment, swing, every highlight can be the time that you get in on the action with live betting. Receiver gets hot, defense tightens up. Guess what? FanDuel lets you jump right into the moment. Live spreads on money lines adjust instantly in FanDuel. Guess what? You can bet on who scores the next touchdown, drive results, totals, and more. If you want to get right in the middle of the action all season long, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. FanDuel, the game moves fast, and so can you. But that's not it, Daniel. We also have our friends over at Georgia Access. Has your health or family needs changed lately? Georgia got you covered. Georgia Access is our state's marketplace for Georgians to compare, apply, and enroll in health insurance plans that offer the best value for their individual needs. Open enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today. Georgia Access, health insurance for Georgia by Georgia.
All right, Clint. Talked about the Georgia defense moving into the playoff. What is the storyline that you would like to present? Maybe this is something you believe. Maybe this is something that you've heard some fans talking about, the national media talking about. What's the storyline that you'd like me to weigh in?
Here's what it's important to talk about the defense. It's important to talk about the progress over there. Matchups are key, but all of that, Daniel, is contingent on, like you said, I don't think we're going to be held under 21. So let's go to the opposite side of the ball. Let's talk about offensively. A couple of storylines I really, really, really want to talk through, but this is my statement. I want you to say is real or fake.
Okay.
Nate Frazier,
heard of
and
him.
Josh McCray.
Okay.
Cannot alone compete with top-level defenses for our rushing attack. Josh McCray and Nate Frazier cannot compete against top-level defensive rushing.
Yeah.
Cannot carry us where we want to go alone. That's my statement. That's my question to you. Is it true or false? Is it real or fake?
Okay. Obviously, this is, let's just cut through the fluff and let's get to the root of this question. This question is, can Georgia win a national championship without Chauncey Bowens? Like that's the question that you're asking me.
Sure, it's just adding on some extra element of let's put some Nate Frazier in there. Let's put some McCray in there that we have. I mean, to say Chauncey Bowens, you would think, oh no, Nate Frazier's there. That's elite level. No, Josh. Okay, let me put it that way. Nate Frazier and Josh, are they alone capable of carrying this team rushing? Or another way, is Chauncey Bowens' injury that devastating to this offense?
Yeah. I can't remember which way you actually asked the question, so I'm just going to answer it without a yes or a no. Okay. Georgia needs Chauncey Bowens to be able to do on offense what we want to do on offense successfully. Let me build my case here.
Please do.
Point one, Georgia Tech. Do I need a point two?
Nope.
Okay, Georgia Tech's defense is, in a word, awful. Yeah. They are absolutely atrocious. All year long, they have been consistently bad. They are 104th nationally in yards per carry allowed this season. Okay, that's 104th nationally. It's not good. So then you turn to Georgia didn't have Chauncey Bowens in that game. And they struggled offensively.
Finally.
They struggled to run the ball. They struggled to score. They struggled to consistently make progress, particularly on the ground. Nate Frazier did have 100 yards rushing in the game, but Georgia as a team still struggled, right?
Correct.
Now you turn to Alabama and you think, okay, well, in the SEC championship game, Georgia had a bit more success running the football. Georgia was able to move the ball and get key first downs. You mentioned the yards per carry wasn't significantly high against Alabama, but Josh McCray gained really important yards when he needed to. Nate Frazier ran well. Georgia was able to do enough to dominate the game offensively against Alabama. I would say two things to that. Number one, Alabama's not as good of a run defense as you think they are. They're 54th nationally in yards per attempt allowed on the ground. Not a significantly stout run defense. So there's that. Two, Georgia's offense in the SEC championship game was good enough, but it's not like it was electric or elite or even suffocating. What we've seen, the anaconda that Kirby talks about, that absolutely punishes you with these long, methodical drives. Georgia wasn't really able to consistently do that against Alabama. They had some, but there were also some struggles offensively, and the defense really did carry the day there. Indiana, 12th nationally in yards per attempt allowed. Oregon, 16th nationally in yards per attempt
This is
allowed.
the second part of my question.
Miami,
defenses.
Miami, 7th nationally
Yes, sir.
in yards per attempt allowed. Ohio State, 5th nationally.
And don't lose to Miami.
Yeah, don't lose to Miami, Texas A&M. Texas Tech, 2nd nationally. Oklahoma, 1st nationally. Heck, James Madison is 3rd nationally in yards per attempt allowed. I think we all know some of the reasoning for that, but it is a playoff team.
We digress. It is.
It is a playoff team.
It's a potential opponent.
But, I mean, when you start listing playoff teams that are ranked ahead of Alabama in run defense,
yes,
it's Oklahoma, Texas Tech, James Madison, Ohio State, Miami, Georgia, Indiana, Oregon, Tulane.
I mean, guys, are we sensing something here?
We're down.
Are we sensing?
Where's A&M? Really... Poor A&M is below. Poor A&M is below. Don't lose to Miami.
Don't lose to Miami. A&M. You'll never. You will never ever
Not
beat
Miami.
The allegations.
Not like this. Here's what I'm trying to say. Georgia's offense has fallen off a little bit lately.
A touch.
I'm attributing that almost entirely to Chauncey Bowens. I'm being dead serious. Because we lost Colby Young and the offense kept on clicking.
Love Colby won him back.
Absolutely. But it wasn't him that slowed this offense down.
No.
But when Chauncey went out, we saw this offense take a marked step back. I think this Georgia offense needs Chauncey Bowens healthy in order to do. I like Josh McCray. He simply does not provide. Chauncey Bowens came in for one freaking play in the SEC championship game. What happened, Clint?
What happened?
Boom, explosive run. Taco Bell. Immediate Taco Bell drive-through order. That's what Chauncey Bowens brings to this rushing attack that Josh McCray, I just don't see it consistently enough from him. And we all know Dwight Phillips has not been able to find whatever the coaching staff sees in him. We simply have not seen it
No.
from him in game time. So I'm certainly not banking on him going up against. Now, Ole Miss ain't a rushing defense that I'm particularly worried about. But once we get beyond that, and we're looking at a potential Miami matchup in round 2, or we're looking at a potential Ohio State matchup on down the line, or we're looking at an Indiana or a Texas Tech or an Oregon. All of these teams are better run defenses than Alabama even dreams of being. And so I think you're going to need a healthy Chauncey Bowens.
I think so as well. I completely agree. This is real. To get where we want to go, Nate Frazier, Josh McCray, love you guys. Very happy to have you here. However, we need Chauncey Bowens back. And good news is we got some time before he needs to play. I think back spasms or whatever else he's dealing with will be fine. We're going to come back after this. Daniel's going to give a question. Well, I might throw in an extra one, but first, these. And these are, in fact, Rougiette. Rougiette's fantastic. Get on there right now. Let's talk about something most men don't want to bring up, but absolutely should. Stress, work, money, life. It doesn't just switch off at night. When it shows up at the worst possible time, Rougiette Ready is designed to help get you back into control. You can feel present, confident, and ready when the moment matters. The science behind Rougiette Ready stands out. 3 clinically proven ingredients in one formula designed for both mental and physical readiness. You've been thinking about taking the next step. Now's the time. Head to Rougiette.com/LockedOnCollege. That's RUGIET.com/LockedOnCollege. 15% off your first order for a limited time. Rougiette Ready. Feel present. Feel confident. Feel ready.
Simple storyline, Clint, for you, for all the homers out there.
Go ahead.
The SEC is going to dominate this college football playoff with more 2 or more teams reaching the semifinals.
The SEC is going to have 2 or more teams reaching the semifinals.
So of the 4 teams
really
remaining,
quick, just for everybody to see.
Yep. 2 or more of them will be SEC teams. As you remember this March Madness, Clint, as we look at this bracket, the SEC absolutely dominated the field. Like, absolutely. I mean, record numbers of Sweet 16 teams, Elite 8 teams. You almost had an all-SEC national championship game. Are we going to see that again in this college football playoff with 2+ SEC teams reaching the Chick-fil-A Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl?
So here are the possibilities. Alabama, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas A&M. Here's who's not making it. Let me just say, A&M, you ain't make. I liked you before the season to get into the playoff, but let me tell you this right now.
And you did.
And you did. Congratulations, you have won the season for yourself. You've done better than anything else you've ever done prior. Now the wheels fall off, and I think they fall off in round 1, by the way. But I digress. I think actually Oklahoma has a good chance of upsetting Alabama. I really like that.
Well, you know they outgained them in the last game. No, Clint. They gained more yards than Alabama in the game. No. Alabama gained more yards than Oklahoma is what I'm saying.
I understand.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you understood, because it sounded like you were an idiot and thought Oklahoma beat them or something.
I understand.
When clearly they did not beat them.
I understand.
It was just all the interceptions that Ty Simpson threw.
I understand.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Oklahoma nor Alabama will make it past round 2. Indiana buzzsaw straight through them. Ole Miss, Georgia, I think takes care of business. Miami's going to win. Daniel, it's not happening. The only SEC team that's going to make the Final Four is Georgia. So we may have gotten a lot of teams in, but it's not, guys. Don't root for SEC. The only chance SEC has to win a national championship is Georgia. The rest of them are deficient in so many capacities.
And also, we're here at the end of the podcast. And so let me just, it's a long-standing take on this podcast. It's not even a take.
No, it's just
this
truth.
is an objective truth. Do not cheer for the SEC.
Don't.
Quit talking to me about strength of schedule and it makes us look better when we win and all that nonsense. Why don't you just adopt a Kirby Smart philosophy, which is just win your games and you don't have to worry about any of this nonsense. Don't lose to Florida and then no one's talking about whether or not you should be in.
Oh, no.
Just win your games and you get in. The SEC is filled with deplorable programs, filled with deplorable fans who cheer for deplorable coaches and schools. Don't cheer for them. They don't deserve it. I would rather Texas Tech win 25 national championships than Alabama win one game in this playoff.
Cool. 100% true.
100% true. And that's not because I hate Alabama. I feel that way about Ole Miss. I feel that way about Texas Tech. I feel that way about all the SEC teams that are in. So, yes, we have a lot of teams in, but I agree with you. Georgia's going to be the only SEC team in this semifinal. Georgia's the only shot the SEC's got at a national championship. Alabama is not a national championship team. Oklahoma is a joke. Texas A&M is a legitimate joke.
Fraudulent up and down the roster.
Ole Miss, if they didn't lose their coach,
would be a real shot.
Would have a real shot. That's the irony of all this.
It's wild to me. He is Daniel. I am Clint. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. We'll see you guys next time, breaking down the Georgia Bulldogs all the way through the playoffs. We'll see you guys then.
See ya.